Yes, people,
Yo.
welcome bloody back to Jamie Vardy's favourite show, Weird and Wonderball. And you know what it is? It is Monday night, and therefore we are back with Monday Night Wonderball. It's your boys, Moses and Ishmael, the tag team champions, the brothers of destruction.
Jeez. The Hardy Boys on YouTube, fam.
Just the Dudley Boys, more like.
Never that. What are you saying, bro? You good?
Yeah, bro, do you know what? I'm a bit deflated from this weekend. I watched a lot of football. A lot of frustrating results. My team obviously got a win, but we had a fucking lot of dodgy refereeing personally. But yeah, man, all good. We've got the 3 points. We move in it. This is that start.
You gotta just make sure you eat in it. Just make sure you get the 3 points. Get out. It can't always be pretty, but. Listen, let's do the housekeeping first, innit? Before we get into it.
That's what I love to see. Chen, big up yourself.
Big up yourself, Chen.
He owes me an appearance as well. It was meant to be on the Norwich live stream, but he had to go out. He had to go out for a Christmas dinner or something.
No one wanted to watch that game. Really, that was old. That was back to old Man United already. But listen, it's housekeeping. You lot, if you're joining us now, if you're joining us in the future. Whatever point it is, you guys know what to do. The rules are the same every single time. Like, share, comment, subscribe, stick the notifications on as well. You don't need to know when we're creating greatness.
Speaking of which, tell your people right now on Twitter, do us a massive favor and retweet this stream right now.
Retweet the thing. Retweet it.
Make sure you're doing that as well. We've got this. It's just gone up. Got a couple of people watching already. Big up yourselves. If you like and retweet our link during the stream, we will give you a little shout out as well. So just remember that you could be famous for a bit. You'll be famous for a couple of minutes on the stream with us.
Said 2 seconds of fame in that.
But
come on, but yeah,
we had quite an eventful day as well today. Not even just from the weekend. We got some stuff to chop up.
Listen, Champions League. They told F1, hold that right there. You want to do? You man want to do corruption? Yeah, let's do real corruption the next day. That was a madness, bro. That was an absolute madness. Obviously, I wasn't too fussed with the initial draw. We got patterned quite nicely against our feeder club, Salzburg.
It's actually fixed. It's fixed.
Like the whole thing was looking so mad. Obviously, you lot got PSG the first time round, didn't it? What was you thinking the first time? What was you thinking the first time?
Give me PSG. I was talking to you. I was telling you.
Yeah.
I was like,
I thought you.
I'm not worried, bro. I played PSG so many times. Everyone's like, oh, Messi, Neymar. We've done this thing before. Like we've gone there with Ollie's manager and not
fucking duppied them. The pick of fucking Rashford, Patton, and Mbappe on the head. I need to see some retribution for that, man. That can't run, fam. Cannot run.
When I saw Andre Arshavin on stage, I just knew it was going to be a fuck. Why is he there?
From the same Russian team, wasn't it that 2008 Russian team that got done for some funny business? Allegedly, let's just say that Euro 2008 team. I'm pretty sure they got found guilty of some wrongdoing. So the whole thing was all looking a bit mad. The draw was a bookie one. Teams not getting put in the pot.
Andre Arshavin's relation to the Champions League?
We know his relation in it. We know his relation to the right people. He knows he needs to know it. Listen, allegedly in it. Allegedly. Let's not before we start seeing our stream get shut down.
No, man.
Light switched off in the yard and all of that. But yeah, it's all mad.
I'm not. But you know what? I won't. To answer your question, I wasn't worried at all about PSG. I was actually kind of welcoming it. I was like, you know what, bring it on. Look, I said to you as well. It's the Champions League. At this stage, it's not out, innit?
Trust, you're not trying to play Rubin Kazan and all them teams in Europa League and that.
But we got to play the tough teams, innit? We got to play the big teams. You know what I mean? So it's a
but you know what? In a funny kind of way, big up Matthew. Do you not kind of think that this Atletico tie is actually more difficult than PSG? Because Simeone's going to come on a scumbag thing in it. There's going to be zero football played. It's going to be looking all mad.
I don't really. Do you know what? I might be speaking too soon, but I don't really rate Simeone.
I don't fear anyone.
No. But from when I was watching him last year, and he was getting knocked out, but my man was still playing like 10 man behind the ball. Like,
the football's horrible. The football's horrible. Horrible.
I don't understand his tactics. Like he'll play defensively when he's got to get 2 goals or something.
Man had Saul playing left wing back and all that. He's having flipping João Felix doing like Fred jobs, doing the donkey work in the middle. Like it's all his footballs. It's all a bit of a myth, to be fair. But I think it's going to be a hard tie, fam. It's going to be a hard tie. Yeah, it's going to be a hard tie, fam.
It's just going to be an ugly. It's going to be an ugly couple of legs, bro. If they're going to be sitting, I just want to know what they're doing.
I'm actually going to see. I'm going to see who's because obviously there's no away goals now, innit? But you kind of think whoever's got the away tie first has kind of got the advantage, innit? Because they've got the home. So yeah, you man are away first. So you got the home. You got the second leg at Old Trafford. European nights at OT. Like, can you see you lot going through, or you confident?
Yeah. I can see us going through. I just don't know if Atletico rate us enough to be playing defensive football. So I'm just curious to see what I prefer if it was an open match. I don't want to be playing fucking. I can't be asked for them to do what I did against you.
They're in our group, innit? We just played it. I think the second time when we played them in the Anfield game, I think they had to win, or like they had to. We'd already qualified top of the group, all of that. Bro, they still come with like 7 defenders. I'm like, yo, this is not like, who are you doing this for? Like, I don't really understand. Like, what are you holding on to? You got no lead. You got to win this game. You have to score in it. Like, it's just got to score, and
they just hold it out for the first like 80 minutes or something, and then just throw the kitchen sink at it. I'm just like, this is. Anyway, I'm not looking forward to the tie. Not because I'm worried or threatened. It's just not going to be an enjoyable one. Unless, do you know what? By that point, by February, I'm hoping Ralph's got this team patterned. Hopefully, COVID is not locked off every single fixture in the world.
It's looking a bit like it did the first time, isn't it? You're seeing now. I think because you man have got some. You lot have had like a mini outbreak. Yeah,
if the match is on, I'm at the game. You know.
Was it Brentford?
Yeah.
Mad. But it's looking. You got the plug, yeah.
Not the current. It's a different plug, but
different plug. Jeez, come on. Yeah. But yeah, it's looking a bit like it did the first time. That's the only thing with this COVID stuff. Like it is looking a bit like you're hearing little drips of news about teams getting outbreaks, games getting cancelled here and there. I think Germany now have gone to are they gone to no capacity or like half capacity or something? So I can't do like because it was this time last year as well, innit? With like playing behind closed doors. I'm not on that again, bro. I'm not on that. Bro, the only saving grace was that every game was on TV. That's the only good thing that was there. But other than that, the whole thing was dead, bro. It was shit. But yeah. So you man got Atletico. We got Inter, which I'm not sure. Like to echo what you were saying, I'm not really worried about anyone. Like other than Bayern, I think I really fancy our chances over 2 legs against most teams. Like we obviously had Salzburg the first time round. That was a bit nicer. They're a bit of a feeder club for us. I would have been whoever would have played well in that game. We would have signed them in like the summer window. That's just seems to be how it goes with us. So that would have been a good little one. But Inter's good, man. They're doing all right this season. They've got flipping Inzaghi there as their coach. He's doing well, but bro, like I think we've seen this.
AC Milan are top of the Serie A.
Yeah, I mean, we had them up both legs, both ties.
These
are exactly. I'm not trying to do up this like English like
excellence thing.
Yeah, pretty much. But we do look stronger than all the other teams in it. Like I think in our group we had Spanish champions, Portuguese champions, or I think Porto came second, and Italian champions. Smoked all of them. AC we beat.
Portuguese champion. Oh, come off it, bro.
Champions are champions, isn't it? Champions. Listen, the game is the game, bro. The game is the game. But my point is, we smoked AC in their backyard with 8 changes. We had flipping Tyler Morton playing DM. Like we should be patterning most of it. I'm looking for like a clear route to the semis at least for us. You man, I don't know. You might have to do a couple last minute for you to get through.
Shit, bro. I'll take that every day of the week. If you
want to go have a bumpy ride, innit? You want to go have a bumpy ride.
Nothing better. I don't think there is, you know. I'd rather last minute
said nothing better. Mad.
There's nothing better, fam. It's iconic. Like, how many times has he done it already this season? Like,
just I can't, bro. But yeah, listen,
Champions League draw is the Champions League draw in it. But
so let's just quickly go through. Obviously, there's still like 2 months until the games, but let's just do a quick. I want to get your take on who you think is going to go through on each of the ties. I think that might be quite interesting.
Yeah, go on.
Can revisit that back in Feb or whatever. So obviously the first one we got PSG, Real Madrid, Mbappe playing against his future team, Ramos playing against his old team. What are you saying on that one?
I see PSG going through just because they won it more. I think.
I don't know. Madrid's team's looking all right, and obviously Benzema wants that. He wants that Ballon d'Or this year as well.
No.
You can't see it. You're not backing K Benz like that.
No. I think this Real Madrid team's seen better days. This PSG team, I think I'll get past the first round. But I mean, Real Madrid. I was looking forward. I was hoping that was going to be the tie. To be honest,
what Madrid? He's hoping for Madrid.
I just want to see what Mbappe does.
It's gonna be interesting, isn't it? It's gonna be
Imagine
very interesting.
Out and then he go
it's football's football. I'm sure he just wants to win for this season. He's not really thinking of flipping. Oh shit! I was meant to put that comment. He just did it at the same time. I'm sure he's not thinking about what's happening next year. If he can get his hands on the Champions League this season, he'll say, "Yeah, cool. Let me get that." So I'm going Madrid. To be fair, I think this Poch team's overrated, man. I think they're hella overrated. I think they would have caused you man problems, but if they play against like a proper team like Madrid, I think I can see them coming unstuck.
What do you mean? Have you seen Real Madrid play recently, fam?
Bro, that's obviously again another league that's not like they're not in their peak right now, but they're top. They've lost Ramos and Varane. Fam, Vinicius is doing bits this year, bro. He's bringing back Samba football, fam.
Anyway,
bringing back Samba football, but yeah,
I think what Chen's saying down here is a big plus.
Yeah, trust. If you got Simon and Jan,
we've got a long time before we have to play these
100. If you lot get a couple centre midfielders in Jan, the whole team is different. Let's just quickly race through this. So we got Sporting against City. City got niced again. I don't know, bro. Like who did they have the first time round? Was it flipping?
Bro, they just get.
I can't even remember. I think it was like Villarreal or Benfica or something, and they got patted again with Sporting. Like that's mad. Obviously, they're still going to choke in it because it's City. They'll probably get out in the semis or whatever, the final again.
Well, let's just stop talking about this one. City going through next one, bro.
Salzburg, Bayern's going through in that one as well. In Liverpool, I'm backing us. Like I can't really see.
Yeah.
Listen, I can't. Yeah. Bro, Chelsea, Lille again, bro. I think they've rigged this one as well, man. I'm going for it again.
More decent. I think. Do you know what? It's hard to tell because these teams could be in different forms by the time it's come.
It's 2 months away, innit? It's 2 months away, but
you gotta go Chelsea.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. Villarreal, Juve. That could be a little upset thing because I don't know how Villarreal are doing. I think they're doing all right in the league.
Juve, no. Villarreal are like 8th.
Bro, for them, that's kind of their area, though, isn't it? They're a Europa League team. They only snuck into this from
they're playing
winning.
In the Champions League, my guy.
Bro, they won. They only got in because they won. Yeah.
Why did I say that?
I was waiting for the penalty to drop. Bro, they're a Europa League team. They're certified Europa League. They're certified. Man carry chest as well. I was like, they're in the Champions League.
Thank you, allow me.
Atletico United. I'm guessing you're going to be going United.
No, I'm just happy that stream is no longer the most viewed video on our channel.
Hey, which one?
Do you know what's been replaced by?
Wait, was that another United? Wasn't it? It was the Watford one, wasn't it?
Ollie's last game. Anyway.
Hey, big up you lot, our fans out there. Love you guys.
Misery loves company, bro.
Exactly. But yeah, Atletico United, you'd expect. I mean, like in all seriously, you'd expect United to go through. Really, like Premier League teams are kind of seem to be a level above at the moment. But yeah, and then the last.
If we've got Varane playing, we're all right. But I'm hoping this Lindelof thing ain't that deep.
Yeah, bro, that was a madness.
We'll get into that, but I'm hoping Lindelof keeps playing and he keeps showing he's the better centre back out of him and Maguire. So when Varane comes back, it's a little see you later, Maguire thing.
Bro, you don't have to be no pressing philosopher to realise who the better centre back is, but we'll see what happens in it. And then the last tie is Benfica against probably. Aside from Bayern and Liverpool, probably the best team in the competition so far, Ajax. They've just been dumping man left, right, and centre. I think they've only conceded like 6 goals in the league this season, something crazy like that. They won all their group games as well. So you expect Ajax to go through on that one as well.
They've got some bad Ajax. I need to give a little shout out to
Anthony. Like they got some Donnies moving different right now.
Anthony's been doing madness. Gravenberch's having a good season.
Listen, me and you spoke about Ryan Gravenberch. Was it before the Euros?
No, it's before the Liverpool Ajax game.
This last, because there was in our group. I remember we were chatting. I was like, "Yo, this," because that was around the time when the Genie stuff was starting to make a bit more noise. I was like, "This is the kind of."
I actually got told about him by one of my old dogs.
Yeah.
We said, this is when Frankie De Jong and De Ligt were coming through, and this was obvious. And he was like, "There's no player, Ryan Gravenberch." I can't remember how you pronounce it, but he's a baller. He's an absolute baller. I'll take when Pogba go. If Pogba can bounce, if we got Ryan Gravenberch,
as we were like that already.
Ryan Gravenberch coming through. Oh wait, I think he's Raiola. You know,
is he? Surely not, man. My man is claiming all the fucking young.
No, I think he's Raiola.
Not even make the Raiola.
I don't want him at my club.
It's a bit techie. It's a bit mad. It's a bit mad. Listen, we might need to save him for the Screamers and Howlers, isn't it? Because he took a bit of an L this week. Man, trying to put Barcelona in conversations about Haaland and that. Fam, are you mad? Are you mad? No, actually, I didn't even. But because I see him do the quote of like, "There's 4 clubs" or something like that. He's like City, Madrid. I was like, bro, just allow yourself in it. You sound like a fool right now.
Well, but listen, please, everyone go look at my tweets from that period.
Man's plugging his Twitter. I see.
I'll read them out. We'll save it for Howlers, isn't it? But
so let's get into the first. Obviously, the first game of the week. We touched on it already. We'll breeze through this one because obviously not too much happened. But Manchester United, bro, talk to me. Late kickoff. Obviously, you man saw all your. I can't even say rivals, isn't it? You man are still a little bit lower down the table, but you saw everyone kind of get like scrappy wins. This is a bit of a chance for you going to Norwich, probably the worst team, joint worst team in the league, you can say, this season. So what was your thoughts on the game? Obviously it was a 1-0, but it wasn't great. You saw some bad habits return, as the question says below. So what are you saying?
I've got to start with giving Norwich a lot of credit because they played really well. I'm not just saying that. I don't know how much of that is how bad.
Man's doing up the Pep Guardiola propaganda.
Genuinely, they played really well. They were the better team throughout that match. No cap. They were the better team.
Bro, De Gea, fam.
Bro, this is what was pissing me off, yeah, bro. I was talking. I should have got that graphic up, but I was talking to Chris Hernandez, Arsenal fan. He sent me this stat from AFTV about this was during the Man United Arsenal build-up. It was like Ramsdale stats versus De Gea.
Fam.
De Gea's stats will never ever, like when you're looking at clean sheets, that's never going to be representative of how good De Gea is playing. What defense we've been playing.
You just don't keep clean sheets, really.
My man, honestly, like now we've got some sort of solidity at the back. You're starting to see him start to like these clean sheets are coming because he's not letting teams just get easy goals against us. It's our fucking junk defending that's been letting the side down. So I need to give David De Gea some big props. For me, he's been the best goalkeeper this season, and that's saying something considering we're in 5th.
He's been good. He's been the busiest.
He's been the busiest.
He's been good. He's been good. He's been very good. Listen, without him, bro, I don't know what going for you lot. Like,
I don't want to imagine.
Because even the games where you've got fucking tumped up, he still made even the game against us, he made 2-3 like proper saves.
Game against
Watford, fam, it could have been like an 8-2 fam or something like that. So he's done even the City game as well. Obviously the goal Bernardo scored, I think there was like question marks between him and Shaw, but. Bro, honestly, watching that game, that could have been another 5-0 easy right there. So he has been good this season.
Yeah. The only difference this week was Norwich just can't. They have the toothless. They can't finish the dinner. Man United was shocking. But the whole way through that game, I knew we'd get a couple of chances and we'd probably be the more clinical team, just because of the fact that we've got better players. But for me, Norwich looked like the team that had just signed Ralph Ragnick as their interim manager, rather than
they were pressing and it was their team was looking good.
You got to give Dean Smith credit, but Man United did not deserve those 3 points. We're very, very fortunate. I don't know if you heard my match analysis, but some of the scores that some of the players were getting.
What? So For me, yeah. Are you worried in the sense of like?
I'm pissed off, bro. How can you get man of the match?
Fam, I told you about this guy. Yeah, I told you about this guy hiding behind referees to not
people were giving him shout. I saw Frederick Fjordhoff like having a go at Mark Goldbridge online, being like, "If you can't say that Tom McTominay had a good game today, then you don't know. Like, then you just can't have an honest." I was like, bro, this guy played shocking. Or you bear in mind, yeah, look, under Ollie, that's a good performance from McTominay. But under Ralph Rangnick, so a manager that says be proactive on the ball,
prides himself on on bravery on the ball and that. Yeah,
my man was passing it backwards the whole time. There's a lot of players in that squad, in that team. First of all, Bruno doesn't take enough care of the ball.
Listen, we were saying this about
with Ollie. That worked with Ollie, but it doesn't work with Ralph when you need to keep the ball in those high positions. He took off Sancho, which I thought was a crazy decision because I thought Rashford and Ronaldo should have come off, but obviously Ronaldo back to goal. Rashford was shocking. Back to goal. I don't think he should be he should be playing as a Man United number 9. Or he hasn't got the skills set right now to be a top Man United number 9. I'd rather see Mason Greenwood there. I'd rather see Rashford on the left, Sancho on the right, Mason Greenwood and Ronaldo up front. But for some reason, Mason Greenwood's playing as a right winger and Rashford's been playing as a striker. Or when Rashford comes off, or I think they rotated him for a bit during that game, Rashford went on the right-hand side. And I was like, when are we going to see Rashford on the left, Sancho on the right,
Mason up front
with Ronaldo? Because I think personally, that's our best. If we're playing 4-2-2-2, that's the best way to play. That's the best way to go about it. And also midfield-wise, neither Fred or McTominay had a great game. Fred had a decent one, but McTominay, for me, I just thought you've just not listened to any. You've just been. He's a pussy on the ball, bruv. He's a pussy.
Hang on.
No bravery.
Wait. You just reminded me. We need to talk about my man's interview before the pre-match interview with Scott. He was rattled, bro. He's a neat. No, I'm sorry. He's a top neat, fam. Like, there was a few things that. Huh?
So why is he correcting them? Being like, I was only one back.
There's a few things in it.
First of all, this weekend, let's count the back passes this weekend.
You're not in a position to be like all wrong and strong about. He only said it once. Like, we've been watching you for the whole season do these fuckeries in it. So you can't be saying now, I only made one mistake in that game, because let's not get the receipts in it, because you've not been covering yourself in glory all season. And then on top of that, he goes and puts up a performance that wasn't really up to scratch. But listen, are you a bit worried in the sense that obviously you had the Palace game, which is the first game, you man were pressing like crazy. You could kind of see this is the kind of division that you wanted to see when Ralph took over. But in the space of a game, obviously it's not going to change overnight, but in the space of a game, it seems like you've gone back to the kind of Ollie way of playing. Like, do you think that's something to worry about, or are you always just gonna get ups and downs in this little like interim period? Like, what do you think?
It's early days, bro. Like, I think
because who you got next? You got Brentford in it, yeah.
Brentford tomorrow. But like, look, it's early for me. It's early days. We showed at the start that we can adopt this technique, these tactics and these principles, and we can be successful with them. I think what happened on. Apparently, the players are having it was a very intense week at Carrington. Like a lot of running, a lot of buggy work. Apparently,
because you man didn't do much running the week before in it because it was like bad weather, so you didn't do before the Palace game. There wasn't too much, so maybe the hamstrings weren't really hacking it for the Norwich game.
It seems like the players were a bit tired. They did seem a bit leggy on the pitch. Mentally, a bit. They didn't really seem to have the same sort of alertness and intensity. I don't know. We spoke about this before. It's not going to be a completely clean transition. I expect these games to happen. We're going to go through periods of like bad form. I just want to see intent. I'd rather lose that game. Do you know what? It sounds stupid, but almost I'd rather lose that game. But the principles and the intent.
But playing there, right? Yeah, no, I hear that. Because I've not heard a single United fan. I've not heard a single United fan that has been happy about that free. But like you said at the top of the show, like everyone's been acting like it was an L. Like no one took any sort of pride in that.
Well, I watched match of the day. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, your team won as well. That's a bad one.
Football today, just now.
That's a bad one. But listen, you're gonna get these teaming problems in it. But I think what you'll see between now and the window in Jan. Like you said, Ralph seems to be making decisions which you're not quite agreeing with. But I think he's going to be going through a bit of a trial and error thing between now and then. Like He's going to be trying things out to see what works, who works well, where, and ultimately which players are going to stay and go. Like, whether you make a lot of changes in Jan or not, he'll know by then. He'll have a good idea about how this squad is going to look going forward. But
I'm not that angry about. Look, I'm not angry about personnel choices that much right now, because I understand that it's got to be a fair meritocracy.
Everyone's got to get a chance to show themselves, isn't it?
You play well in training, or you do well in the previous game. You know that you're going to be playing the next game, and you can't just have this like. You can't. I don't know. You got to come in and you can't put too many noses out of place, basically. So, I accept that there'll be games where I'm not completely 100% behind the team selection, but ultimately I believe that Rangnick will get that team right, and we will get a defensive midfielder in at some point, and we will not have to persist with McFred perpetually. But man, I think the bad habits return, but I think that was more indicative of like it's almost we reverted to type. It's like we got a bit tired, we got a bit leggy, we couldn't think proactively enough to play pressing football. So for me, it's more indicative of the fact that we had Ollie. It's muscle memory in it. We had Ollie for so long. We were playing such dead football for so long that these players.
You still want to get those. You still want to get those like bozo moments where you just kind of Ollie ball just comes out like all of a sudden out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But
that was Ollie. I was literally saying on the stream that is a
it was Ollie on the touchline, isn't it? The ghost of Ollie was there doing his thing. But it's quickly on the obviously on your opponents on Norwich. Like they're in Newcastle now look like they're getting cut just slightly. Do you think there's any way is there any way Norwich can survive the season?
Yeah. Norwich are a good team. I was surprised. I was saying it as well on the stream. I was like, I didn't know Norwich had ambition, bruv. Straight up, I didn't know they had. I didn't know they actually wanted.
They moved quicker. They moved quicker than fucking United did getting rid of their manager. Like,
I didn't know they cared about staying in the Prem though. I thought they were just like on this like
happy to yo-yo take it. No, they don't want it to be like that. It's just how it happens, isn't it? They're too good. Like everyone always says, they're too good for the Championship, not good enough for the Prem. Listen, Norwich. I think they've shown signs in it. They've shown signs in it.
That because I think that they're a decent team, bro. Norwich, they just need to get a finisher. They need to get someone who can take the burden off Pookie all the time. But
Pookie hype, man. It's not 2019 anymore. My man done his
one season wonder. I got to give them credit though. I got to give Norwich credit because they played well. They played well. I don't know if like I said, we played badly, but we had possession. We had a lot of possession of the ball. But when they had the ball, they were looking to be a lot more direct, and they had a lot more success in creating chances than we did. So.
And to be fair as well, they've had a new manager. They've just got a new manager in as well. They're not that much further ahead in terms of like a new man coming in and putting his ideas across. So they've looked definitely better since.
More direct. They play direct football, bro. They look good.
since Dean Smith's taken over. They look like they got a fighting chance in it. Whether they've got enough, I don't know, but they got a fighting chance. I'd like they might do their thing. I'm not too sure on that one yet. But listen, let's go over to. Don't know if it was the game of the weekend in terms of like on paper, but the narrative around it was definitely it was big, innit? It was big. My guy, my number one footballing hero from day one made his return to Anfield.
What? Wait, but not as a. What are you talking about?
Fam, the narrative. The narrative. No. We'll get onto them.
Before you do this shit, let's finish this comment.
What's my man saying?
I thought you were talking about the Chelsea game.
Bro,
Norwich have been relegated.
The king came home.
Promotions. Can't see them staying up, but with quality managing charge, bro. I just think from that performance, I saw enough improvement from Farker days, and they've been getting wins. I think they got a chance, but
they are 6 points. They're 3 points of safety. To be fair, Watford on 13, they're on 10.
Well, I put money on Watford, Norwich. Who is it again? Not Watford, Norwich.
Newcastle, Burnley, Southampton, all them man are kind of in there. Leeds as well. Bro, this is looking quite techie.
We've got a phone in.
Bring him in, bro. Bring him in.
Wonderful. What do you have to say?
Oh, hello. I'm a bit behind on the stream.
Big up yourself, then.
What you boys doing? Just tuning in.
Yeah, it's good. You might want to mute. You might want to mute yourself quickly on the. Go on, yeah, good. So we have Lachazar and Estasov on the phone joining us today. What do you have to say today, my friend?
No, it's just a very interesting discussion there. But my thoughts are precisely that. I don't even think Norwich are that good, but I think United were just shocking.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't great. We weren't great, but like I think in terms of like the way they've been playing more generally, not in just the Man United matches, I think we've seen an improvement in their sort of just the way their style of play, like their ability to create chances. They're a lot more direct. They faff around on the ball a lot less, and they look to get the ball up front, like, into attacking positions. And they caused us problems, bro. Like we have David De Gea to thank for a lot for us getting those 3 points once again. But I've got to give credit to Norwich, man. They just can't finish their dinner. That's the only thing they could. If it was the other way around and we were creating those chances, I reckon we had 2-3 up by that point.
You say that, but I feel like most teams have caused United problems this season. It's not just Norwich.
Yeah, it's true.
It's a good point. Still, you might do concede a lot of chances.
But recently, we kept 2 clean sheets in a row. I know not necessarily like representative of like how we're defending because we've got David De Gea in goal. But yeah, we're conceding less chances. I think Norwich, despite the fact, and also we're on that new manager bounce vibe. Like we should be fucking putting in 9 out of 10 performances right now. It should be like the start.
The bounce is looking a bit flat already. I can't lie, bro. Like 2 games in.
A bit dodgy, innit, bro? We need to get a new mattress, bro. The bounces is not there.
Players are a bit too comfortable, I think.
Yeah, Bruno Fernandes.
Name names, bro. Chen, name names. Name names. He's too comfortable.
Shocking.
Some players are a bit too comfortable, which is quite sad given the amount of money United have spent.
What would you say?
I'm just saying some players are too comfortable. Like, you need to be fighting for your position because that midfield's so weak. You know?
Yeah, I think...
McTominay, you get a guaranteed to start every week. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think that's... I was just saying before, though, Chen, I think that the reason why we have McTominay and Fred starting so much is I think Rangnick's not... It's too early doors to be coming in and throwing the baby out with the bathwater and like just ripping up everything. I think he's kind of got to show a bit of respect to what came before and then slowly implement his tactics. But nah, man, I agree with you. Like United made Norwich look a lot better than they were. But at the same time, I think this Norwich team are definitely showing improvements, and they've got more chance than ever, basically, of staying up. I've never seen them this good. They've never played this well before.
that says how shit they were before.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I'll be on the next radio show again.
No, it's good to have you, Chen.
Thank you for joining us.
Bye, guys.
All right, that's Anastasia. Thank you for joining in. If you want to join the conversation and you don't have my number, make sure you're jumping in the comments. You know what I mean? But let's move on to this one team now. I feel like we've lingered on United.
4-1-0. It was trust. But yeah, listen, Daddy came home this weekend, innit? It was a mad one. Daddy's been to war for a few years. Ain't seen him, but he came back. Bro, for me, yeah. I know you haven't asked me any questions. I'm gonna give you my thoughts real quick. For me, once the game started, I didn't feel any type of way. Really, there was no sentiment. Like the camera tried to keep panning on into him as if it was a thing. I just want to win in it. We're up against City this season. They look like they're gonna go on their like little annual 14, 15 game run of wins. I just want to win. I don't care how the win comes. Last minute winner, penalties that might be soft. Like I don't care. 5-0 wins against your ops. I'm not bothered, bro. Like I just give me the W. So it was a 1-0. I think the game itself was a tight. That last 15 minutes was pretty tense. I can't lie, but we created more chances, and I think we deserved the win, man. We deserved the win, and I like the fact we didn't give Gerrard too much of a beating. His CV still looking alright. His reputation is still intact. That he didn't come over to us and take any points away. So the title challenge is still very much on the right track. So listen, everyone was a winner, man. I know Klopp messaged Stevie afterwards saying, "Yo, you done your thing, protege. You done your thing. See you in 2024."
Do you think? Look, I think obviously big news. Steven Gerrard returning back to Anfield, but I think he covered himself in a lot of glory in terms of the way he set up that team. Aston Villa had brief glimpses. Didn't really look like they were going to cause you too many problems, but I think defensively they were resolute. And it only took one poor clumsy challenge. I personally don't think it was a foul, but look, it's a clumsy challenge. There's contact. I just think that Salah's dive is just Bro, it's like,
bro. We spoke about this off camera, innit?
Like, for me, it's just completely unrelated to the contact.
He said it. He gave it.
You're like, what did he do? Just like twist your arm and spin you around, like. My man was anyway. Clumsy defending.
Bro, you've got to make sure you get the penalty sometimes. But I'm not even like this. I'm not even capping here. Like it was a theatrical. The way he went over was theatrical. Yeah, cool. I can't really front, but Mings cannot be moving the way he's moving in the box like that. I'm sorry. That was A1 like duddery right there from Tyrone Mings. Like you can't be. For me, if you make that kind of challenge, you're asking to give away a pen, whether it's a stone wall or not.
That's what pisses me off. He gave Salah an invitation.
Yeah.
And Salah, I think for me, I want, because I've seen this happen before with Ronaldo, innit? Ronaldo got a reputation for diving, and suddenly we're getting nothing. Do you remember that game against Portsmouth when we lost 2-1? We had a stone wall penalty turned down, like fully turned down, just because it was Ronaldo going down. It was like if it was VAR, 1,000,000% it's a pen. We ended up losing that. That was the season we could have replicated the treble if we won the FA Cup. And I'm starting to see it with Ronaldo again whilst he's in the Premier. A lot of the times he's not getting penalties, not getting fouls. His reputation precedes him.
Yeah, of course.
I'm imploring Premier League referees to start seeing that Mohamed Salah is a fucking diver. He exaggerates.
Bro.
No, but he over-exaggerates. Like he hams up, bruv. He hams up top contact. Like it's pissing me off.
Yeah, but you got to do that, fam. You have to. You actually have to do that.
They're not pens.
Bro,
they're not
I'm
pens.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it. Yeah. There was another decision this weekend. Yeah, at the King Power Stadium, which is by far and away a worse dive simulation, whatever you want to call it. People aren't really talking on that one too much. People just want to talk about Salah because Salah's got this kind of mythical reputation of going down easily. For me, the Mings one is 100% a pen. Yeah,
it's not 100% a pen.
Fact check. The Mings one is 100. Bro, he lands on the back of his leg. Like I don't understand how much more of a pen it can be. But anyway, let's like we can agree.
Get in the comments, people. If you think it was a pen, say what you think it was a pen. For me, I think Salah once again just goes down and cons another referee. There's not enough contact to go down there. You could have stayed up. You could have stayed on his feet, no?
Yeah, bro. Yes, that's for me. That's inconsequential. Whether you can stay on your feet or you don't, that's by the by, bro. Like that doesn't matter.
He gives me an invitation.
Listen, I got my eye on Mings. Yeah, Mings has been living off this lighty tax for a long time, and just because he's 6'4", left-footed as well. Like he's not a good centre back, bro. He's not a good centre back. No problem at all. But he's getting the extra tax right now. I love it. Mings is not good. Yeah, Mings is not good at all. He's in that kind of boohoo category of Ben White and them, man. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not here for it. Give me proper defenders, please. But Villa, I was impressed by the way they set their stall out. To be fair, like
bit defensive though.
We've seen, it was literally like 10 men behind the ball. I think maybe they had 2 up top. It was like literally 8 men behind the ball, pretty much. But I can see where it's coming from. We've seen teams come to Anfield this season, try to play the ball at the back, and we've absolutely torn them a new one. Look at Arsenal doing the same thing. You argue Arsenal got better players than Villa, maybe. That's even debatable, to be fair. But we've seen teams try and come and play us out our own game. It doesn't end well. So you got to respect Gerrard's thing. And we saw from Rangers as well, the first thing he does is he makes them defensively resolute. I think the season they went unbeaten and won the league. I think they conceded like 12 goals or something like that. Something like that. 10, 12 goals. So you know what you're going to get from him. And it wasn't naive management. You've seen, like I said, Arteta go to places and try and pop ball and then get 5 put past them. So for me, I had a little eye on Stevie, what he was doing, the tactical setup from Villa. I liked it. And they were in the game. Enough teams come to Anfield and they'll give their right arm to be in the game with 10 minutes to go. So listen, big up Stevie, man. Big up Stevie. Good game as well. I think we played well. I want to big up just one person quickly before we move on. My left back, Andrew Robertson, People try to talk shit on his name beginning of the season. I was hearing people say he's done. He's not the best left back in the league anymore. This, that, and the other.
He's not though.
He's shown levels.
He's not even top 3.
He's shown levels since he's come back into form. He's shown real levels.
Well, he's not even the best
I can't name anymore. I can't name 3 better left backs in the league. If you would like to try, I beg you.
Simcast is better than him. Simcast is better than him. Simcast. Alex Tellers is better than him. Luke Shaw is better than him. Tavares will have better season.
I said Tavares.
Allow
it, bro.
Cancelo's a better left back than him.
You know what? Cancelo is probably the one.
Ben Chilwell's a better left back than him. Regulon's a better left back than him.
You're just naming left backs, isn't it? Let's just move on it. Let's just take a piss.
Robertson, you can find out he's not got the same output anymore. He was
taking an absolute piss.
Do you know that Space Jam when they think they're drinking the magic sauce? The magic sauce. That's what he thought he was drinking. Now he just opened the bottle. He opened the bottle and looked in there.
Well, let's just say it's Iron Brew. That's it.
It's just like
you're a dickhead, bro. You're a dickhead.
Robertson, look, a couple games, he's been dead for the whole season. So
you've got this weird. I know you've got this. You and Harry Adams and Callum McDonald. You man got this weird agenda. You top Reds United fan.
Real baller. There's levels to Alex Tellers compared to Robertson.
Who is Tellers in this
Robertson's just like passion, aggression, and just shit out shouting at the liner. That's what he does. He just shout at the liner.
You hate him, man. I just find it hilarious, isn't it? I find it fucking hilarious that you know.
He's a waste man, bro. Anyway, you shout him out, I'll shout him down, bro.
But yeah. But listen, he's my left back, yeah. My dog, Robertson. He's back in form.
What's the next one?
It feels like we're going from one referee fuck up to another one, but we've got to speak on a few things from this City game. Obviously, another win for City, looking like they might start to go on like we said, that kind of annual run that they go on of like just bare wins on the bounce. But let's speak on a game in hand at first. That was the first game of the weekend, the Wolves game. Obviously, Jimenez had the fucking. Bam! If someone said to you like, just describe head loss. That you showed him that was it 40 seconds, 38 seconds or something like that. I was moving crazy, fam. I was glitching out big time.
What's the ref doing as well?
Hey, we'll get onto the John Moss, screaming the howlers. You know what's coming your way, bro. That was the should we start with the handball then? Because that was a madness as well. But they went to VAR as well, isn't it? For me now, I'm like, what is VAR actually here for? Because it's meant to be clarifying stuff.
The referees are having shockers week in, week out. And for me, it's getting to a point now, I know it's rich coming from a Man United fan that supported Man United during the night, like the 90s and noughties and the 10s under Sir Alex Ferguson. But this is what I imagine other fans used to feel like when they saw Man United. I'm seeing it now, and I'm like, this is
bro. Some stuff you just can't explain, innit? You can't.
That's not handball, bruv. That's not hand. It is not hand. Like what's going on?
And the maddest thing as well, Wolves were very much in the game at that point. Like the Wolves were playing all right. My man Adama was called. Your bit of commentary absolutely finished me, bro. Adama's only scored 7 goals for Wolves. Fam, how long has he been there? Like, it's been like what, 4 seasons, 5 seasons.
A goal scorer though. He's an assister.
Bro, I'm sorry. You're a forward, innit? You play in the front 3. You have enough chances to score. I don't even think he's got double figures for assists either, bro. I'm not feeding this guy, man. I know he spoke about him last week. I think you were trying to big him up for like a Liverpool move. You're saying Klopp could do stuff with him.
He's got everything he needs to be a top player. He's got everything he needs. He's got everything he needs. He just needs the right coach.
I ain't trying to see that right for my club. I'm sorry, like nah. He played all right, but I reckon I get more for. Trust me, Chen. Tell him. Man's got 7 goals for Wolves.
Manager right now, so he's probably been serious.
That's a madness. That's a madness. But yeah, the Wolves are putting in a decent. They were putting up a decent fight, innit? The pen completely fucked them over, and then my man Raul Jimenez. Bro, what are your thoughts on that whole sending off incident? Like,
do you know what
you said?
Do you know what? By the book, it's a second yellow, but I think for the referee, like you got to just show a bit of common sense there. You just booked him. If someone makes a foul, and you get a yellow card, and then they make another foul in quick succession. You go over to them, you talk to them, and say, "You do that again. That's that's your last warning." My man, the referee just got too up his own ass and was just like, "Oh, he's not listening to me. You don't listen to me. This is what happens." It's nothing to do with football. All he was doing was just it was his ego.
It's certainly he was just asserting himself, innit? Yeah, and like, but I 100% hear what you're saying. But what is my man doing? I don't understand. I don't understand what's going through his head at that point. Like, bro, you literally just got booked. Just move away from the ball, bro. Like I don't understand what you're playing. I don't understand what you're trying to achieve in it. Like,
because he tries to block it and then he tries to make the run like as if like it's just that's legit. But anyway, man, that was for me. It was a stupid red card. Everyone spent too much time. Too much more time.
I think you were the same as me. I stopped watching the game after the penalty. But listen, Raheem Sterling. I know you're not always his biggest fan, but listen, big him up, man. 100 club fan.
No, do you know what? What's wrong? My man tried to Panenka it and it just dribbled on the floor, bro. You're a disgrace. Listen, yeah. Well, all I'm going to say is the question. I remember one of the questions was going to be, is really no.
What's your take on Sterling?
Let me explain why. My man is just he's a product of his environment, right? The reason why he's good. The reason why he's good
allow it.
Because he's at City. I'm saying it again. The reason he is good is because he's at City. You put him in any other club in the Premier League, he's bang average. He's going to be he's frustrating as fuck to watch. Like he's good at City because there's a system and he's literally giving instructions. I'm not going to forget the stuff I've seen him do for England. Yeah, he just doesn't have a brain, fam. He doesn't have a brain.
I don't agree, bro. I don't agree, man.
I love look
at the Euros. Look at the Euros.
Him as a man, I rate. But Raheem Sterling, bro, the amount of shit he was doing before that was pissing me off. Like he'll get a goal, cool. You got pace. He's got natural ability. He can finish a goal. But for me, Raheem Sterling's got so much in terms of being a complete footballer, a Premier League great. You can be in the 100 club, whatever. You're the reason you're good. The reason why he's even in the conversations because of how good Pep Guardiola is as a manager.
Bro, I think you're being harsh, bro. I think you need to put a bit more respect on Sterling's name. Obviously, he's got his limitations as a baller. Like 100% agree with you. He's got his limitations. Like he can be frustrating to watch. But you're talking about the same man who's got 100 Premier League goals. Like that's no easy feat, bro. That he's an elite company.
City is a City. When you had Leroy Sané.
I'm sorry, bro. You can say it's well and good that he's in the system. Like he's a back post. He's a back post merchant. Yeah. But bro, you still got to be there. The movement and the awareness to get into his position.
He doesn't do that for England, does he? When do you see him do that for England?
Fam, for England, you're not forgetting what he done in the Euros this summer. Put the country on his back.
You know
bro.
How shit he was.
When Harry Kane was playing? I'm sorry. He was frustrating, but he was in the. I can't.
He was scoring all of our goals, but we weren't playing Rashford.
I disagree because, fam, when Harry Kane was doing up flipping DM, yeah, who was actually putting us on his back and driving us forward, dribbling. The Denmark game, I think he recorded the most dribbles in a game in the Euros or something like that. So he got like 10 dribbles. Man was scoring decisive goals. Winner against Croatia. Won the penalty against Denmark in the semis. Bro, listen. The Euros, as frustrating as he was, in the Euros, I have newfound respect for him.
We've got to get rid of the stats here and just look at him as a player and how frustrating he was as a player.
He could have more. He actually could have like 200 goals. Bro,
you call him a Premier. Like, I can't call him a Premier League great. I can't.
Is it because he played for Liverpool and City? Is that
not even. Like Premier League greats are Premier League greats. Some people just can't deny it. Do you know what I mean? Raheem Sterling probably will go down as a Premier League great, as more from a cultural perspective and like the stats perspective. But as a player, I don't rate him, bro. I just don't rate him.
He's not like a world class like.
He's frustrating to watch for me, man. Whenever I support him, he's shit. So I can't get behind it. I think more time it's Pep. More time it's just Pep who's just created an incredible system. He's got natural pace. You can't stop his pace. So if you see
enough man in Pep's system who still don't like completely thrive in it. Like players come and go for Pep.
He's been there in that system. He's a Premier League great as well.
Trust me, he's not bagging 100 goals for.
Sterling's got it. Sterling's getting 0. Sterling will be on 7 goals if he was at Wolves.
Well, you put Adama and Sterling on the same level. That's rude, fam.
I think Adama would do better. Adama would do better.
That's actually rude.
Adama would do that.
You forget Adama's like 25, 26. He's not even like a young G anymore. They're pretty much the same age.
If he got given the chance to go to play at City when Raheem Sterling joined, trust me.
You know Pep's not gonna let him baby all his arms tonight. That can't be running.
Adama he's got a better football IQ than Raheem Sterling.
Fam.
Raheem Sterling don't have a brain, bro.
You're boying it. You're actually boying it. You just don't rate Sterling. You say you rate what you don't rate
him at all, bro. Look, I rate him when he's at City, but that's because of Pep. I don't rate him as a player though.
I think the England thing, you got to also look at what Southgate's tactics or lack thereof are. Exactly. That's a whole other thing.
I can't do
what players for England do you really look at and be like, yeah, boom, you're doing your thing like you do it for flipping country for club. Sorry, that's a good point here from Chen. Exactly the same vibes.
Dan James and Raheem Sterling are the same player.
Nah, bro, like you're Dan James Sterling's got more to his game. I think if you take away James's pace, he's literally got nothing. I think Sterling's still got a bit of trickery. He's got feet. I don't think James has really even got feet like that. If I'm being completely honest, but bro, I think you got to give Sterling his flowers, man. 100 goals in the Prem. I think he's outscored like Kevin Keegan, Steven Gerrard for England. Like he's gonna go down as a great, whether you like it or not. And I think he deserves his flowers, bro.
You can call him a great. I ain't calling him
100 goals in 300 games. That's one in 3 for a wide player. I'm sorry, that's elite, bro. That's elite.
City have been really good.
No, you're mocking it. You can't just be. You were going to do that for every single City player. Then just be like, it's the system. Like when people are sucking off KDB, Bernardo.
There's levels, man. Anyway.
Listen, every manager he's had.
I don't want to be deep in Sterling. I think he's a great guy.
Yeah,
as a man, I rate him. As a man, I rate him, but I'm not getting carried away and calling him a Premier League great.
100 club. He's not even. How old is he? 26. I mean, he just turned 27. 100 goals by 27.
He can score.
He'll probably be in 150, 200 club. Like.
He can score 200 goals. I don't care.
You're rude, man.
He's honestly
back to City just quickly before we wrap up. Do you think they're now going to kind of pull away and run away with this league thing, or what are you saying on it? Because they've got a decent. I feel like everyone's got a decent run at the moment.
I don't think they're pulling away from it, man. I think for me, I think you're seeing it. You're seeing the teams just hang in there, get their 3 points. These like City, Liverpool, Chelsea, they're all doing the same thing every week. It just seems like the same. I'm watching the same match whenever I see them play.
Just finding a way. But we weren't doing it a couple of weeks ago. We were doing up sexy football and blowing teams away. So the last 3 games, we've been on some Jose Mourinho 0-4-5 thing where you just get your goal and you're like, all right, cool.
No, but that's the name of the game at this stage. It's like,
bro,
it's not about playing beautiful football. It's not about playing beautiful football. It's about getting the results. And yeah, I think. Look, I don't know if City are going to pull away. I think City played really. I wasn't impressed with them against Wolves.
They were dead, bro. They were dead.
But no, I don't think City will. I think Chelsea, Liverpool, City, they'll be there. I don't think any team's going to be pulling away anytime soon. I'm not seeing enough from City to suggest that they'll pull away from chasing pack, but they are just at the front. That's it. That's just that's where what it is at the moment.
It is what it is. But listen, I think I'm still like City. I think they're going to be the team to beat. I think I even said this in our pre-season preview, whatever. I think whoever finishes above City will win the league. I do agree with you. I do think it's going to be like a kind of chop and change for the top spot, pretty much for the whole season. I think this Christmas period is going to be key, like it normally is. Whoever can get through this is still be in and around the top spot come AFCON. Then I think that's you'll see it kind of stay like that. But listen, man, it's that time again. Screamers and howlers. I'm sure I think we've probably got some similar ones this week. There's been a lot of foolishness going on this weekend, this past week in football. A few guys to big up as well. Obviously spoke about Sterling, won't speak about him again, but he's got to be in there for screaming for me, 100 club and all of that. But yeah, go on, bro. What you saying? Do you want to do your howlers first, or?
What were we talking? What's the howler I was saying at the beginning? I can't remember what it was. Had a saucy howler.
So it wasn't a ref, was it? Or who are we talking about? Bro, I can't even remember. Bro.
But no, I think I was really disappointed in the referee in this week as a whole.
Bro, yeah, all dead, man.
Not brave enough. Some referees just aren't brave enough to just make the right decision. I was super disappointed in the referees in the Liverpool game, in the City game, and especially that first tackle, bruv. Chris Kavanagh, that was it. Chris Kavanagh, you're getting my
man's getting named and shamed.
They're all coming back. You're getting Howler of the Week purely because that tackle from Rafinha on Rudiger. I just don't see where the foul is. The ball doesn't go past his leg. He blocks the ball. Fair enough. Like, I don't know if he makes contact first. It's not that clear, but I don't think that's a penalty at all. Another one. I got to give another howler to Liverpool fans, or for
Liverpool fans.
No, for the Liverpool, maybe just one Liverpool fan. Whoever the Liverpool fan that was talking about, well, Verstappen all day. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's Liverpool fans, but there's this one guy who suddenly has decided that dropping the shoulder is now called the Thiago
turn. The little foof. You like that compliment? You enjoy that compliment, innit?
The audacity to call it the Thiago turn, when my man's been doing. That's all my man's been doing. That's all my man's been doing.
You enjoy that compliment? You watch the whole compliment, innit?
Why wasn't there a Thiago pass? Wasn't there the Thiago pass or the Thiago shot, the goal, the Thiago assist? The Thiago turn. That's all he does, bro. That's all he does is turn.
Allow it.
Turn and pivot.
Allow it.
Pivot and pass it. Like, come off it, bro.
I said pivot.
Now Thiago turn, that gets a howler of the week. I don't know if it's Andre Arshavin or the Champions League official, the other official who's doing the Champions League.
The whole thing just needs to get in the bin, man. What the hell?
How are you drawing Man United versus Villarreal when we're in the same group? Think about it, you idiots.
Fuckeries, mate. Absolute fuckeries, bro.
But yeah, that'll be my howler for now. You can, let me have a little think about Screamers while you do yours.
Howlers, obviously, Jimenez, Bozo moment.
Oh,
bro.
Shit.
Fam, I see the wildest comment earlier. I'll tell you the comment I saw off like that's fucking funny, man. John Moss as well. That there was just a lot of fuckeries going on in that game. And then Aubameyang, man, we spoke about him. I think he might even have got howler maybe last week or the week. He got it last week for the misses, innit? For the sitters, he's been missing. But bro, you're big captain. You know, like you can't be having your second disciplinary problem in the space of a year. I remember last season, I think you turned up late to the North London derby, innit? You man got stuck in traffic. Like, bro, what's going? You're a big man. You're a 33-year-old man. Like, turn up to work on time, man. Like, I don't know what more I can say to you. Comfortably for me, joint worst captain in the league alongside Maguire. Like, them two can just hold that L together, man. That's you're splitting hairs between them two. Fam, Keane and Vieira must be fucking like, they're not dead, so I can't say turning in their grave, but they're spitting feathers every time they see these man roll out onto the pitch with the armband on. So I've got to
have another howler to fucking Maguire. Every day, bro. Maguire gets my howler of the week, bro.
Was he? Yeah, he was shit. He was shit in that Norwich game as well. Was it? He weren't actively bad. He weren't actively bad, but it's gonna sound like I've got an agenda. But his presence annoys me, innit? Like when I see him trying to like bark orders and like I'm just like, bro.
How do you think I feel?
He's not even my captain. It's mad.
Also, I've got to give another howler for, as I mentioned it earlier, but Sterling for that dead Panenka. I can't.
Lying, man.
The way man celebrated it like he meant to do it as well. Like,
I don't know what your Sterling thing is, but I think it's got.
It just goes on the floor.
he's prone to a glitch here and there. Sterling.
He ain't got techers like that, man.
He is on fuckery sometimes, but yeah. Any more howlers to give? Or I'm trying to think if there's been anyone else.
Oh, Raiola, that was it.
Oh yeah. Man's trying to say Barca. Yeah, go on, bro. Go on.
All right, cool. Where are we? My tweets about okay, cool. So Fabrizio Romano tweeted 3 days ago, Erling Haaland will take the next step. Bayern, Real, Barcelona, Man City. These are the big clubs you can join. Man City won the Premier League 5 times, significantly more than Man United. When we moved to Borussia Dortmund, we all knew that this step would come. First of all, Man United won the Premier League 13 times. We've won the English. We've won the first division, the English top flight 20 times. Yeah. Man City have won it 5. So I don't know what this guy's on about. First and foremost. Secondly,
that's coming with the facts like Rafa right now.
Bayern as well. You know, have some respect for Dortmund, Mino Raiola. Like you're literally, he's a club. He's playing at Dortmund's rivals. They lost the weekend before to some dodgy officiating. Why are you talking about Bayern Munich now, bruv? You're a fucking wallad, bruv. You don't watch football. You flipping fucking. I can't remember what I called him. All right, cool. So then the second one, Barcelona. Barcelona are broke, yeah. Like Real.
They're broke.
What Barcelona going to afford? Real want Mbappe, as their new Galactico. Like Bayern would just piss off Dortmund. City are like the only acceptable move, but like Pep is into his last year. So like, what is he talking about? Like, why would he go? Why would he move to a Man City like that? Fair enough, Man City are doing all right, and his dad played for them, but like that doesn't make any sense to me. Like the City one's probably the most realistic, but like
for me, he's going to City, innit? For me, he's going to. I feel like City might not go for Harry Kane again. I can actually see Harry Kane just doing like a. He might not stay at Spurs for the rest of his year, but of his career. But I feel like he might do his best days at Spurs. Like I got like free my dog right now. I don't really see who's going to be coming in for him.
Yeah, but I'm not. I don't want.
I think it's going to be Haaland. It's got to be City for Haaland for me.
You know who I want, bro? I was saying it as well. I was like, pure for one simple reason that he's not a Mino Raiola client. Dusan Vlahovic, bro. I want him.
Fam, this guy is moving differently right now. I think he's got. He might be on the same. He's got like 20.
Buy him on Football Manager.
Yeah, he's cold. He's cold. Similar sort of like not playing stuff, but the stature of Haaland is what he's got that, and just pure Langman in front of goal, like all different types of goals. I think he bagged again yesterday. Vlahovic, techie. I think what's his buyout clause like? 70 M or something like that.
70 million euros.
So it's going to be. Do you see that quote about from Arsenal from his agent? Or it might not. I think it might have been. I think it was Fabrizio. It's like, yeah, the main stumbling block is that he's got zero interest. Listen, we said this on the show many times before. When times are tough, listen, we all get together. We laugh at Arsenal, bruv. That's what we do right here, man. That's what we do. But what are you saying for screaming?
I came up with a fucking really good
before we sign out.
I came up with a really good cuss. I buoyed off Raiola, but I can't remember what I said. Oh, the Michelin man, Jerry Maguire. That's what I said.
Was it true?
Fucking Michelin.
He's a problem, isn't it? He's a problem.
I don't listen. I'm saying this now. I don't want any of his clients, bro. Man United are too big for this shit. I don't want this. I don't want none of his clients.
It's long, isn't it? You don't want to be because he's mugged you off a couple of times, and like.
Bro,
no player is really worth that kind of hassle for me.
Pogba can leave. I'll happily miss out on the generation rotation talent in Haaland. There are players out there that could do a similar job. Do you know what I mean? Like Liverpool haven't signed any of his clients. Like we don't need to be taken for rides anymore. Like let's have some dignity, Man United. So Mino Raiola gets my hand of the week because he just doesn't understand football.
Okay, it was screamers. What are you telling me then?
On my screamers. Do you know what I got? Who gets a screamer from Moses? I don't even think I got one, but I'm sorry.
That Norwich game just took it out.
I got to give maybe Dean Smith some credit. Like, but I mean they lost.
I don't think. Can you get screamer when you get an L?
Losing foul in it, but
I'm not sure about them ones.
You go first. I have a little think.
I had Conor Gallagher for one. But that brace, just a naughty goal as well. Obviously, we showed him love today, bro. Yeah. I'm just hoping he can finesse a permanent move to Palace, innit? I'm not trying to see him go back to Chelsea next year to be playing flipping square passes with Jorginho. Like I ain't on that.
He's just going to be funding. He's going to be funding Chelsea's transfer business next summer.
Yeah, trust me. You know what? I don't know if I want to give them a screamer, but that Lacazette goal that Arsenal scored from the one that started with Ramsdale, I think everyone had a touch of the ball. against Southampton. That's the best goal I've seen this week, so I might have to give that goal alone a screamer. But Arsenal fans, your club, you're still very much in the mud, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I've got Conor Gallagher for me. He's him. Who else? Yeah, him, Sterling as well, who picked up, and then that Lacazette goal as well. Wavy goal. But that's kind of it. It's a bit of a quiet week, to be fair, on the screaming front. I'm trying to think who else.
Antonio Rudiger is a bit of a he's a bit of a joker.
He's mad, man. He's not. What? Just quickly before we wrap things up, do you think he's worth? Because apparently he's going to be getting 400 racks a week when he signs. Obviously, he's not worth 400. No. But would you pay him? I think he wants 200 at Chelsea. Would you pay him that? 200,
yeah. We're not on. Well, my club's not on. So my levels are at different tiers, isn't it?
Yeah, you man are playing goalkeepers 300 bags a week and all of that.
Nearly 4 bags, bro. Nearly 400 bags.
Madness, absolute. For me, I'm not trying to see my goalkeeper at my highest earner. Really, I don't care if David. What's Ronaldo on, like 500 or something? Madness.
400 something.
Fucking madness.
No, he's not on 500. He's on like 450. But when you're the captain, bro, not captain, but when you're
captain. Remember who your captain is, fam. Remember who your captain is.
When you're the GOAT, it doesn't matter, fam.
Bro, I'm still laughing like that. Villarreal comment.
Which one? Oh, yeah, that me. All right, well, people, thank you for joining us. That has been Weird and Wonderful. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you, everyone that's got involved in the comments. If you watched us on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, you know what to do. If you enjoyed the content, hit a little like, retweet the stream. All is very much appreciated. But yeah, that's been Monday Night Wonderball. We'll be back Wednesday, fingers crossed, for weird takes, weirder agendas. Make sure you get in the comments with any of your weird takes and weird agendas as well, and we'll try and say them with our chest and back these takes in it. But
midweek games as well, bro. We got you man got a game.
Hopefully I'll be able to do my vlog of the Brentford game outside the community stadium, but we shall see in it. But
stay safe, bro. Stay safe.
Yeah, brother. But people out there, stay safe. Chen, hope you recover. He's struggling. He's been hit down by COVID as well. So people stay safe out there. And hopefully football doesn't go anywhere soon. But yeah, that's been Weird and Wonderful. And you know what comes next.